I'll just get rid of this. Alright, so basically, let's get into it. We're going to start from the very beginning and then work directly straight from here to the final product. Alright, so what we want to happen, usually how we start most of these things, is we figure out what exactly is the input that we want. Like what's somebody going to use this system and what are they going to input. So we start with define the input, and what we can say is that a user can drop a document into the chat, right? So there can be this chat, or it can be Telegram, or it can be anything really. But the main idea is that this is what happens, okay? So the user drops a document or text or into a form or Telegram, and we have that. We then want to do an AI analysis of this. So I'll go here, we'll grab another note, and we're gonna do AI analysis, right? We wanna figure out certain pieces of information from it. What do we want to know? We want to pull out main messages and a bunch of this other stuff and identify the tone, target audience, and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll do an AI analysis. What else? Then we need to have the actual asset generation. So this is going to be a bit of a long one because we want to make about 30 assets, right? Which is that's a lot of stuff. So we'll call this asset generation. And I'm not entirely sure what you guys want to go for, but just like as a simple example of this would be something of this nature here. Let me just make it a little bit smaller like this. Actually, we'll just go like that, right? So 5 LinkedIn posts, 5 Twitter threads, 5 Instagram captions. Email marketing, 5 assets, which would be the following. Ads, 5 assets. Long form, 5 assets. So that's 5, 10. This is 5, 10, and 15. 5, 10, 15. So you end up with about 30 different assets for marketing. Okay, and then lastly we have obviously the output, which will be a link to a Google Sheet where this will all be tracked. Link to a Google Sheet can be our output. Okay, so that seems like fun. Let's get into how to build this sort of thing. Very useful for a business, for an agency, for anybody who deals with advertising. So I'm gonna choose the on chat trigger in n8n, and this is where you'll be able to drop in your, however it is, like the document, the text, the blog post, the video transcript, whatever you want to use. Okay, and here we'll connect an LLM, a basic LLM chain, and what we'll do here is the actual AI analysis. So actually, I think if I want to use Gemini, and I'm gonna stick to Gemini for this because I think it's better. So I'll go to Gemini and I'll pick message a model, pick my main API account. We'll go for 2.5 Pro. And so first we'll tell the model what it is. So I'll say you are a content generation assistant. Okay. Your job is to pull out the following information from the user's query. Alright, what do we want it to pull out exactly? We need the main message, the key benefits. So we can put it like this. We can go to expression and I'll say your job is to do the following things. So 1, pull out the main message, key benefits, pain points, stats, quotes. 2, identify tone, target audience, and core value proposition. Okay, so actually I think this one what we'll do is we'll add a message, another model, and we'll put that as this one here. Okay, here I'll say you are a content generation assistant. You will help in the creation of marketing assets for a business. Okay, so it says your job is to do this and whatever. Perfect. And so if I just delete this now and I open the chat, I'm just gonna say hi and send that and close this down, and just so I can connect this here and I can have this chat output here. I'll add message here. You will help in the creation of marketing assets for a business. You will receive a single asset or idea and from the user. Asset / idea from the user. Make this an expression, press enter, pull the chat input down there. Alright, so that's gonna send it here, and we'll say your job is to pull out this, and this. Okay, your output must be structured JSON containing the following properties. Number 1, main message, main underscore message. Number 2, key benefits. Number 3, pain points. Number 4, stats. Number 5, quotes. Number 6, tone. Number 7, target audience. And number 8, the core value prop. Okay. Your output must be structured JSON, built-in tool, add option, output randomness, presence penalty, number of completions, include this. Okay, I think this seems like it should be fine. What we probably want to figure out is how many of these things do we want. So if this is going to feed into the asset generation, okay, your job is to containing the following properties, yada yada yada. All right, let's give it a shot. So I'm gonna give it a actual LinkedIn post of mine, a real one. Let's do that. Okay, so this is just a LinkedIn post that I've actually written. I made this myself, so I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna paste it into the chat. All right, I'm gonna give it this LinkedIn post and I'm gonna send that off. And we're gonna see what the model comes up with. I wonder if it'll actually give us JSON without us having to, you know, attach an output parser to it. And it did not, but that's okay. So what we can do is we'll copy this. Okay, I'll open Gemini. And I'll say I told a model in n8n to output structured JSON. It outputted it outputs it outputted text in JSON grammar. I need a JSON schema to give a structured output parser node connected to the chat model, and we'll go pro and send that off. We'll come back here, go to output content as JSON, press on tools, we'll try this again. Yeah, thank you. Okay. If this doesn't work, we don't actually have an output parser to give it, just that we will give this to the system. Yeah, see, it's not doing it. It's not doing it anyway. So go to add option, go to system message, go to expression and say your output must follow this JSON schema, and we'll give it this JSON schema right here. Alright, let's try that again. We've given it this system message that's still not working. Okay, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to say your output must follow this JSON schema. Try again. It's still giving us text. It's still giving us text. That's interesting. Thinking budget, frequency penalty, include merge responses. So from a user, you must output JSON that follows the attached schema. Alright, I'm gonna remove this and just have it like that and try this. Nope, still getting pure text. And I think that even if we switch to 3 Pro, I don't even think 3 Pro preview will work right now. It might just execute for a very long time and then just time out. We'll know in a second. We let that run. Anyways, look, let's just open an LLM chain. Nope. Still not managing to do it. Okay, let's go to LLM chain, basic LLM chain, I'm gonna connect this to this. Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to require specific output format. I'm gonna go here and pick a structured output parser. I'm gonna copy this JSON from here. We're gonna do using JSON schema. I'm gonna paste in the schema just like that. Alright, for the model, I'm gonna go with a Gemini chat model. We're gonna use 3 Pro Preview, 3 fast, 2.5 Pro Preview, 3 Pro. Okay, 3 Pro Preview. There we go. If I go add option, it doesn't have the option. Okay. So yeah, we have that. Let's add a prompt. Here's what I want to know really. If I have a system prompt and it's like, you know, this thing, for example, just for example, I make it this thing. If I execute this step, that's not bad at all. I mean, we got it working there. I think what I'll do is I'll probably just give it another system prompt that's one that I think is a bit more clear of what it needs to do. I mean, it seems to have figured it out without a problem, but you never can be too sure with these kind of things. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna paste this in. You're an expert. This. Okay. We'll go here to identify the main message, the key benefits, the pain points, the compelling stats or data, any kind of memorable quotes that stand out, tone, target audience, core value proposition, this, respond only with valid JSON, no markdown, no explanations outside the JSON structure. That's very true, very correct. Okay, and we've given it a structure. Look at how this works so incredibly well. I'm telling you, if you wanna get system message should be the first one. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? System message should be the first one. All right, we'll just go ahead, delete this one. Come here. It seems to work with just this one as the whatever. We'll get rid of this. We don't need that one anymore. We can just use this one by itself and hope that it works. I don't know if it will. And the fact that we have a structured output parser, which immediately, without us even having to do that much, already figured out what the output should be in terms of JSON is pretty crazy. Like, look at this. Key benefits: produces the content in the user's exact voice. Authentic AI writing is achieved by externalizing preferences and style rules into persistent. And you see, this is what I wrote about, so that's really good. Okay, perfect. So let's pin this. So this gives us the main message for consistency, 3 to 5 benefits. We got 4 here. Pain points around 3 to 5. We get stats for credibility. We get some quotes, some tone, target audience, core value proposition. Okay, now we're gonna go into the asset generation part. All right, we're gonna pass this into the asset generator. The main idea here is we want 5 LinkedIn posts, 5 Twitter threads, 5 Instagram captions. We want 3 email subject lines with preview text, 2 full email sequences, 3 Facebook ad variations, 2 Google ad headlines, 1 Medium article, 1 newsletter, 1 YouTube video script, 1 podcast talking point, and 1 case study framework. That is a ridiculous amount of marketing assets to pull out from a single LinkedIn post, right? That's a lot. But anyways, let's see how we can do something like that. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Is we need to figure out, we can do this using 6 different branches, right? So this is what I mean. Let's okay, this is gonna sound crazy. First, let's rename this to what was it? AI analysis. Okay, so this is gonna be this is the AI analysis. Now we're gonna do the actual asset generation. So I'm gonna duplicate this because what's gonna happen is we're gonna need okay, I'm gonna copy this 1 2 3 4 5 6. Alright, we're gonna need 6 of them, and I'm gonna just move this up here. This is very likely now to have a problem because we're gonna be calling this API like crazy, so we might just need to have a fallback model attached as well, because we're gonna hit rate limits at this rate. We're gonna hit rate limits. Okay, I'm sorry, this is just taking a minute just because I don't want it to be in a way that's difficult to read and understand what's going on. This one and this one. Okay, cool. So we're gonna feed it in here. Okay, that's 1, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4, 5, and 6 right here, number 6. Okay, and this is gonna feed into here, 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 and here. Okay, this is going to be the actual asset creation. You get it? So let's start with this part. This is going to be our LinkedIn post generator. Define this below. I'm gonna give it as, this is the system prompt is gonna be this. You are an expert LinkedIn content strategist. Okay, we'll go here. Your posts follow proven LinkedIn. They hook attention in the first line, provide genuine value or insight, use shorter punchy paragraphs for mobile readability, and end with a clear call to action that encourages comments or shares. You understand that LinkedIn audiences want actionable takeaways, not fluff. Generate 5 distinct LinkedIn posts, each taking a different marketing angle from the provided insights. Vary your approach. 1. With the following structure. Ensure each post. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say, give me a schema for this other model. Okay, I will paste in the system prompt right there. That's all I've done is I've pasted in the system prompt. And the user prompt, well, we need to give it the output. Okay, we need to give it the output. So this is gonna get this output here. Main message. You will receive an analysis of the user's current marketing position and assets. You must use that analysis. Okay, we'll go with something like that, and we'll just give it the output as yeah. Okay, so just to quickly test if this one works, let's go ahead and run this. If it does, then we're off to a good start, and we can simply replace the system prompts in the rest of these to get something that is quality worthy, right? Worthy of us actually posting. So I just realized something that's very, very wrong, and I understand why the model is struggling. We need to replace the schema. So let's go here, structured output schema, and replace it just with the right one, okay? And matter of fact, we're gonna use 2.5 Pro here, just because I think that's lately Gemini 3 Pro preview has been seriously lagging. It's been quite slow, it's been quite buggy in my opinion. So although also n8n did release an update. So by the way, just quick, if you're watching this and it is the 31st of January, I recommend you go manually update your n8n because there was a big security threat. So yeah. Alright, awesome. So what do we have here? Post number 1, angle, pain point. Is your AI a genius with amnesia? You spend an hour teaching it your exact tone, style, and the phrases to avoid. It produces perfect draft. The next day you start a new chat, and this is going back to generic low. It took me just 5 iterations to get an AI writing in my exact voice. Prompt engineering is a dead end for... Nice. Pin this. I'm going to go here and I'm going to unpin these all. Okay, I'm going to unpin all of these here. Okay. Let's unpin this. And... Alright, let's do this one. Define below. We're gonna give it the output. I'm gonna rename this one to the Twitter thread generator. Okay, Twitter thread generator. Let's rename that. Let's go ahead and give it this other system prompt. So open this up, paste in this. Again, this is all in the description. I'm going to say perfect schema for the Twitter model paste that in. Come here. You understand whatever. The controversial great Twitter threads have an CTA. You know that each Twitter thread should be like this, using different this. Vary your hooks. CTA. Return a JSON array like this. Make every thread feel native to Twitter's authentic culture, authentic, direct, and designed to spark conversation. Okay, we'll go here, replace the output parser with the new one. So let's see if Gemini is done. For your Twitter thread, I want to see if it says Twitter hook tweet. Yeah. Paste this in here. Using Gemini 3, let's just see if it runs and if it doesn't take forever. Alright, so here's, anyways, while this goes, what I'm going to tell you is basically the way I'm getting all these system prompts is through Claude. So here I have a Claude chat, and as you can see, I said write system prompted paragraphs in Markdown for all 6 branches. And that's what it's pretty much given me here. Branch 1, LinkedIn post generator. Branch 2, Twitter thread generator. Branch 3, Facebook ads, Instagram, YouTube video script, blog post. And these are all going to be in the description. And all we're doing is we're copying the system prompt. We're going to Gemini and we're telling it to generate a schema based on that system prompt. And that's the one that we're feeding in here. Now look at this. Look how well it works. It works perfectly, right? At user, obviously, we could tell the model that the user's Twitter handle is at aris.s_, just so that it kind of becomes aware of it and I can run it again. Okay. And that's literally what we're doing. So this is all in the description. You just follow the same path. You put it in Gemini. It gives you the output parser. You come here, replace the output parser, and paste in the prompt. You don't even have to do the spacing I did. I just think it makes it easier to debug and edit, because like you can see I made a very quick edit just now because of how the spacing was. Anyways, the main idea, what I'm trying to say, is that it's very easy to get system prompts like this that are very high quality because Claude is great at it. Now I'm going to pause the video and fill out the rest of these because there's no point in us filling them all out at the same time in the video. So let me just do that and come back. Okay, this is the last one now. This is for a blog. So this is the blog JSON. Copy this, come here. This output parser, replace all of the stuff in there and bring it here. Alright, so far these have all run perfectly. Let's run this one. Okay. I just want to mention for the Twitter one, you can see that it's no longer saying user. It's now saying follow at @rs_, because I mentioned what it is, right? I told it what my my Twitter handle is, so that's good. All right, this is done. Email 1, hi, name, welcome to the circle. So again, you can see it says name. So I'm going to say that my name is Aris Sajan and my company name is Espresso AI and my email address is arissajan3@gmail.com. So you should probably tell it that, populate that stuff very well. For now, we're not going to worry too much about that as long as we have correct output. We're going to run the next one. This is the YouTube video script generator. What's crazy, all of this is literally coming from a single LinkedIn post. Like, we're making crazy amounts of assets, right, from just a single LinkedIn post. I'm just gonna go ahead and arrange this a little bit better. In the meantime, I'm gonna just give this a trigger, right? Single asset. Okay, that's our trigger. That one is done, as you can see. Perfect. I'll run the last one. Okay, this one here, we're gonna give it a this here. Say extract important or extract marketing info. Okay, that's this one. Let me just put another hashtag there. Alright, done, perfect. And this one is going to be this one, which we'll call it the actual asset generation. We'll put one asset to 30 assets. Let's do that instead, right? That's what this entire thing does right here. So I'm going to just put this up here, make it like this. Okay, bring it down. I also just want to make sure these are all in line, which they are not. I'm not sure why I have this tendency of doing this, but I do. Alright, let's bring this in as well here. This one, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. This needs to move this way. Bring it in. This one needs to move this way. Alright, 30 marketing assets. Yep, that's crazy. It's pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie. So the fact that we now have about 30 assets from a single asset, now we need to make a Google Sheet to update with it. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to Google Sheets, I'm gonna go to a blank spreadsheet. I'm gonna call this one asset to 30 assets. Okay. And I'm gonna just grab the sheet one. Okay, so we need to open the Google. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Just to keep it clean, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna rename this sheet to LinkedIn posts. I'll show you how to do one, and then you guys can go ahead and do the rest. And I'll pause the video and do the rest as well. So we'll go here. We're gonna write here post number. This will be angle. We have content. We have CTA, and we have estimated engagement. Okay. I'm gonna make these bold. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Press the plus. Go to Google Sheets. Go to append row in sheet. Sheet within document. Append row. I'm gonna pick the one that I just made. One asset to 30 assets. Pick the LinkedIn post. We will map each column manually. Okay. So you see how we have these post number will go here. The thing is, we don't want it to be 0. We want it to just be like this, because we have to sort of make sure that on each new one gets added. So before we go here, we're gonna put a split node, and we're gonna split out output. Okay. So let me just run this. And you can see we get post number, angle, content, CTA. Now if I connect this to a Google Sheet node, post number will go there, angle will go there, content will go there, CTA will go there, and obviously estimated engagement is not for the model to decide, that's for us to decide. Okay, so now if I go ahead and I just like clear execution, and I run this one here, I come back, you can see it has populated it. So I'm gonna just go here, format, alignment, I want it to be aligned to the top. The content is obviously where we need the most space, so let's go ahead and just do this. Alright, CTA as well is gonna need to have some decent space. And I think we'll also just go to wrapping and turn on wrap. Alright, so you have post 1, post 2, post 3, post 4, post 5. That's for LinkedIn. Estimated engagement, I'll have to figure out what I want to put there myself. That's not really a big concern right now. Now, press plus down here. Your next sheet is going to be Twitter threads. Come back, right here, get a split node, split out, split the output, run this, open a sheet. I'm just gonna just copy this sheet over here. Alright, but this time we're gonna grab the Twitter threads. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, so for Twitter threads, if you look at this thing, what we have is we have thread number. Okay, we have thread number. We have angle. We have hook tweet. So this is angle. Sorry. Angle. This is hook tweet. What else do we have? We have thread content, which is this stuff, and then we have the CTA tweet. So we have thread content, and then we have the CTA tweet, which is a separate tweet from all the other ones. Okay, CTA tweet. Okay. So again, y'all are gonna see a little bit of a bit of issues that are gonna happen when we run this, and I already know why, but I want you guys to see for yourself what happens. Okay, I'm gonna make those bold. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna refresh this, spit out, so thread number, angle, hook tweet, this is here. Alright, so it's gonna paste like this. Alright, it's gonna paste like this, and then we have CTA tweet. So now if I run this entire thing here, and we look at this. Okay, let's reduce the angle. Let's expand this. Okay, we'll reduce it a little bit. I'm gonna go here, format, alignment, top, format, wrapping, wrap. So you see thread content, it kind of comes out like this. Which is the problem I was referring to, but basically you get all those. Anyways, you just keep going for all 6, and you end up with a full Google Sheet that has 30 marketing assets. So I uploaded one idea. Anyways, before let's go ahead and let's do something else. So let's put a merge node here. Okay, we have 6 inputs, so we'll go here, select 6 inputs. Okay, this one's gonna go here, this one's gonna go here. Now let me fill in the other ones. Alright, so I'm just doing the last one now. I'll run this, split it nicely, come here. This is the blog, get the blog. We have post number, we have format, SEO title, meta description, we have section outline, which I believe is this one here. This entire sections thing is gonna go there. And this will have, where I put word count is where we're actually gonna have the conclusion. Okay, so where it says conclusion is what's gonna be here. Now these all, we're gonna put them into a merge node that the node can't execute without all of them being completed. And what we're gonna have here is respond to chat. Okay, hit this, we'll say your assets are ready at this link. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna press this, open it in a new tab. I'm gonna send it like that. Turn off, wait for user reply. Okay, and here we're gonna set the reply response mode using response nodes. There you have it. That's how you build an entire content system. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just unpin all that and clear the execution, and I'm also just gonna go ahead and reset the chat session. So I go here, this is a LinkedIn post that performed very well. Okay, I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna paste it in and I'm gonna send it. And now we're just gonna wait in this chat. But it's pinned, huh? So what's the matter? Uh-huh. Okay, interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. I took your post and turned it into 30 marketing assets, all available at this link. At this link. Okay. LinkedIn posts, all based on my first LinkedIn post. Twitter threads, all based on that with CTA tweets. Facebook, Instagram ads. Platform information, CTA, actual post data. All right, nice. Let's go ahead and just put this to the top and turn on wrap. Got that, nice. Email sequences, YouTube transcripts on how to do the what I posted about. And I'm sorry I keep pausing, but I'm just formatting it so that it looks better, just for you guys to be able to read it. But anyways, let me turn on wrapping. Let's wrap. Section outline is going to have the most. Conclusion is going to need some space as well. SEO title, meta description. And now look, we have blog posts. So this is a system that just simply, you give it a post and it says, I took your post, turned it into 30. So one post into 30 marketing assets is what we've built here. Yep. See you in the next one.